Hi guys, Jared here, and today I'm trying something a little bit different. This is a demo for Bravely Default that was released a few days back on the Nintendo 3DS's eShop. And I wanted to just show you a little bit of the gameplay as I talked about the game. So I'm going to start off by saying this is a game that will really appeal to a lot of you old school RPG fans out there. Audio visuals are really crisp, really nice. It sort of reminds me of Final Fantasy III on the DS. I think it might be the same engine, just really tweaked and modified. I love the hand-drawn backgrounds that you'll see in the video. They're really nice. What I really want to talk about, though, is the most complex aspect of this demo, and obviously the game itself, which is the combat system. The combat system is ridiculously robust, okay? Before we look at combat itself, we're going to talk about the job system. Now, the job system is very similar to some of the other Square Enix games that have been released over the years, such as Final Fantasy V. There was that one on DS, something with the 4 Light Warrior, I forget what it was called. And even stuff like Dragon Quest VI. So here's the way it works. Jobs can be changed on the fly. So at any moment after battle, you can just go into the menu, select the job that you want to switch your character to, and away you go. As you level up that particular job, you will unlock abilities or skills, okay? Eventually, you'll even unlock different abilities, which they're basically, I forget what they're called, they're like secondary abilities or something like that. And the way these things work is basically you can select between 4 points worth of these special abilities. So for example, before we get like out of control complicated here, there will be, for example, I don't know, there'll be one character job that eventually, they'll unlock regular, like, different abilities that you can use in battle, but they'll also unlock, say, something like a counter, okay? And you'll then be able to take said ability and use that as a support ability. I've got a lot of this written down because it's extremely complicated stuff. So then that counter, say it's worth 1 point, you can then attach that, and it doesn't matter what job you use, it doesn't matter how you play the game, that counter will stay with that character forever. Now, you can have a primary job, that's the one that you're going to be leveling. So let's say you picked a ninja, for example. As you level up that job, you're going to unlock new and new abilities. Eventually you're going to get support abilities that you'll be able to use. But you can also pick a secondary job, which, let's say you pick like Valkyrie, okay? By default, that now you have the jump ability that you can also use. Now, if you were to reverse these, for example, and now you have Valkyrie as your primary job, as you leveled up that job, you would unlock different support abilities and different abilities for that. However, you would still keep whatever abilities you have unlocked for the ninja job. So it's really, 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 really robust how all these different things work, and you can mix and match all these different different jobs together and these different support abilities plus the abilities you've already learned. It's really, really interesting, and it allows for a lot of depth that I wasn't really expecting. At first I was like, whoa, what the hell is going on here? But after a little while you do get used to it. Now, in terms of combat, the way combat works is just like any other turn-based RPG that you've played in the past. Yes, there's random encounters for those that are curious. So, instead of just picking your turns and attacking with your standard abilities that you've unlocked through all these different jobs and through all of the back and forth between all of this, you also have 2 unique skill sets or commands, which are Brave and Default. Basically, the way these 2 systems work, one will use a turn. At most, you can use 3 additional turns plus the one that you were going to use in that round. if you use Brave, so in other words, let's say one move is a -1, okay? If you use 3 Braves, you're going to go to a -4. However, if you default, you will go to +1. And the idea with this is, this might sound confusing, but when you actually play the game, the idea with this is so that you can go, you can, in theory, have every character do 4 moves in one round. And if you're able to just totally like wipe the floor with your enemies, power to you. But you have to be really careful during boss battles, because if you were to do something like that during a boss battle, you're going to get destroyed, because you won't be able to basically one round the boss, right? Even if each character has 4 turns. So what'll happen is after those 4 turns, you have to wait 4 turns. So the boss now has 4 free moves against you. But I really like that. I really like that system, that back and forth between, that risk and reward plus the way the jobs actually work. I really, it all comes together into this like really, I don't know, robust and diverse battle system that I think is going to prove to be really interesting. Now, with the demo that I played, though, certain things feel really out of balance. Like, boss characters are, unless I'm doing something wrong right now, I've only played for about 3.5 hours now, and very, like, confused how I can do really well against the basic enemies, but when you get to the bosses, wow, their HP is crazy. And before I say some of the negative stuff, I want to mention one other thing that I just remembered. There are a couple of, well, there is one other thing that's kind of neat that I haven't been able to experiment too much with. Is you're trying to rebuild like a section of this town, and to do that you have to use Street Pass, and you can have at most 20 real-life people. Now, I haven't gone anywhere. I've been in my apartment all day, but I'm kind of curious. I'm going to take my 3DS out, and I want to just mess around with this a little bit to see what happens when you start unlocking different sections or rebuilding different sections of the town. So anyways, now a couple of the things that you need to know, but you might not like. There is grinding galore here. This is basically, if you're not a fan of random encounters and grinding, this is not going to be for you. This was clearly aimed at the old school RPG fans, or like RPG fans in general, that are looking for just a really robust and unique system that offers tons of replay value, but it comes at a cost, and that cost is grinding. Now, I don't know how your patience is. Right now, I'm enjoying the system enough that I don't really mind, because remember what I said, only your primary job levels. While it's great, I didn't mention this, but you can go into town and you can buy, say, magic, okay? You can buy different individual spells, and those spells stay with all your characters forever as long as they learn the core job. So in other words, if you bought, say, fire, blizzard, and, I don't know, electric or something like that, it doesn't matter. As long as you activate a skill, a job like Black Mage or Red Mage, those spells that you bought will automatically go to that character. So I like that. But only that primary job levels as your character levels. So that's something that you really need to keep in mind. And you only get a couple of points per battle. Like, let's say you wanted to, let's keep with the Black Mage. If you want to level that Black Mage, it's going to require 30 points. I forget which points, probably job points or something like that. And the problem with that is a typical battle will only give you maybe 3 to 5. And after the 30, it jumps up to like, I think 90, and then it goes like, higher and higher. So yeah, there's a lot of grinding that's involved here until you get, the skill sets and the job mix and matches that you're really looking forward to. Not forward to, but you're looking for. Right now, I'm 3 hours in, or 3.5 hours in, and I still don't know exactly what I should keep, what I should move. So I'm just grinding like crazy to see which abilities unlock what. I know I could go online and just check, but that's boring. Where's the fun in that? So yeah, the other thing is with this demo, it's not really a demo, because it's basically just a whole separate game almost. because all the different quests that you get, they're all fetch quests so far. Reminds me a lot of Xenoblade's optional quests. In the sense like an offline MMO, in the sense where all I've been doing is I pick up a quest, I go do whatever needs to be done, I come back, pick up another quest, but the quests have always been collect 10 of this, collect 3 of this, go fight this character, go do that. It's been very, very simplistic right now, but that was the whole point, just to show you the actual fighting system, combat system, and the job system, just to get you familiar with how everything works for this particular game. So anyways, overall my impressions right now are they're mainly positive. I don't know though if I'm gonna have the patience to ride it out when the retail release comes in for all the grinding that's required. I'm probably gonna go online and see which skills unlock what. If I was younger and I had loads of time, yeah, for sure, this is right up my alley. I would have been I would be there like forever, like with Dragon Quest VII with the job system there. I spent like 200 hours on that game, but unfortunately I don't have the time to do that anymore, so I'll probably be cheating and checking to see which skills work better with what. And yeah, so if you guys want to check out the demo, it's free right now. Really stupid that you only can try it 30 times. That's really, really dumb, but that's the Nintendo eShop for you. I don't really know what's up with that. So I hope you enjoyed this little video, sort of impression slash preview to Bravely Default. Be definitely checking out the game when it's available in early February here in North America. But I'd like to hear what you guys think. Are you really enjoying the game? I wanted to just give it a little bit of some time in the spotlight here, because it's looks like a really, really interesting RPG, and it's extremely deep. So go ahead, give it a download, try it out, and by all means, leave a reply. Let me know what you guys think. Really like to hear from you. So I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care.